Hey there, my name is Gai Barone. I'm a musician, DJ and producer. I came back to the Sonic Academy at this time with a brand new track forthcoming on Patternized, which has a more summerish vibe. Just let me show you how I made my track Descendent. Hello, this is Gai Barone and welcome to a brand new course in collaboration with Sonic Academy. This time I'm going to show you what I've done inside my track Descendent, which is coming up on Patternized recordings. Okay, let me quickly show you what we have inside the project. We got some main kicks and this is how they sound. We got 4 different kicks. The first one coming from the beloved kick 2. I created for this project a brand new preset. You can use it inside your project. It's called Gai Descendent. What we have here is definitely a utility which I usually use for the gain staging purposes, a saturation plugin, a Pro Q which I used for removing some low and I wanted low frequencies and some muddiness in the mid area, and a passive EQ and an LFO tool which I basically used as a scope and to cut some tail from the low kick. That's it. Let me quickly show you what we have inside the click kick, taken from the Battery 4. It's a sample from 606. But you can easily replace with some other sample that you want. What is really important here is the drum kick compressor and above all the multiband dynamics, which definitely brings some high and mid frequencies up. I removed the low frequencies and again a Pro Q3 which helps me to remove some low end and some muddy frequencies as well. Okay, let's quickly move into some drums. Let me show you a sample. Those are the drums together. Let me go a little bit inside the details. Those are some kits from the Ableton Live library. Sounds like this. The kit is, just let me show you some patterns used here. Kit uses carbonized, and the other one which I really love is the kick white snares, which is another kit from Ableton Live. I simply removed some frequencies and added some filters, and yeah, and there is a compressor for side chaining. Some shakers, add some random, and definitely got a lot of mid and low frequencies, and actually some resonant ones right here. Some other shakers. Again, remove some attack here. Those are some Gai hats which are sampled. You're gonna have the samples as well, of course. This is an auto pan to make it a little bit more interesting and to create some movements and some rides. And when the tracks are done, I usually group them together and apply some compressor, some saturation, another saturation plugin coming this time from Decapitator, and some SPL transient designer, which I usually tend to use to decrease the sustain because I want my drums to sound a little bit tighter. Not a huge difference, but definitely I love it more. And there is also a standard clip plugin which I usually apply to remove to tame some peaks at the end of the chain. Let me show you some bass line here. we got actually 5 different bass lines. This is the main one, coming from the synth master. I tweak it a little bit. There is a compressor for sidechaining, another compressor for taming peaks, another plugin called Track Spacer, which is triggered by the main kicks, and an oscilloscope, which helps me to understand what is happening inside the bass line in terms of dynamics, actually. The most important element inside the tracks is definitely the lead, which is sounds like this. Just let me play it in solo. Coming from silent one. There is a long chain right here. I basically created a chain inside. You can find the wet and the dry signal, and I usually try to balance in order to get the best result of it. And then I've added a delay, some Saturn to make to make it sound a little bit more present in this area. Yeah, definitely to increase some mid and high frequencies. Then I cut some low and split the signal in two in terms of side and mid, and remove some unwanted frequencies. And again, we got 2 different compressors, one for side chaining and the other one to to tame the peaks as well. And at the end of the chain, again, an oscilloscope. What we have here is some arps that helps the main arp to sound a little bit better and more interesting throughout the full track. What we have inside here, we have some amazing pads taken from the other plugins that I used. Is again another instance of Synth Master, this time not one, but it's called Synth Master 2. Just let me show you. This is the preset that I used. Again, we have a VQ3. Actually, you can use an EQ8 to remove some frequencies, and we have a compressor for side chaining purposes. Right here with the other pads, we have some instances from FM8. This is one of the preset I used, which is called Ethereal. I love this preset because it creates some proper mood. And what else we have? Oh yeah, definitely some effects right here. Just let me play them in solo. Okay, just let me play only this. Those are samples, basically repitched and retuned. And what I have inside this track, it's definitely a few things. Just a long decay and a long tail reverb. Just let me play this with and without the reverb. Actually sounds really crappy, but with reverb. Yeah, it creates that kind of mood. Okay, well, we have here other elements for the transitions between some of the most exciting part of the track. Just let me quickly show you what we have inside the master chain. I start every track, every mastering chain with this plugin, which is a free one from TB Pro Audio. I got another free one, which is OTT, and then we have an EQ8, which I usually use as a mid and side mode. And let me quickly show you, we have a glue compressor and some of the best plugins that I usually have inside my mastering chain. This is Saturn. I love this plugin. another instance of standard clip, which I basically use for same as the peaks again. One of my favorite actually nowadays is called Spectre, which is an exciter plugin. Some limiters, a couple of limiters, which share the lots of gain reduction. This is one Oxford limiter, and the other one is not actually only one limiter, but it's actually an exciter, it's a saturation plugin, it's an EQ, it has an incredible limiter again. It's an incredible mastering plugin from the amazing newfangled audio. This is a quick overview of Descendent. If you want to go into details, head over to Sonic Academy and find out what we have inside my project. Thanks a lot for watching. Ciao!
Thanks everyone for watching. We really appreciate all the support from you guys. If you love this video, then smash a like, and if you want to be notified about new videos, hit the subscribe and notification buttons. Peace!